Let me bring you up to date on something else. Now, Facebook went down yesterday.
I know. I couldn't do my medical research.
I know. Well, right. And Instagram and all the things that are attached to Facebook. And Biggie was saying that he was alarmed at how many times he went back to check to make sure, is it there? And then would go right from Facebook to Instagram, knowing, yet not knowing, that it was down as well. And he seemed a little upset with himself because he just realized what an addiction to it is. And I said, well, what do you get out of it? And he said, nothing.
Nothing.
So are you that interested in following what your friends do?
No.
Is it what they call, and I hate using this phrase, but is it the phrase fear of missing out? Fear that you're missing something.
That's it.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it's just truly an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, addictions are addictions. They don't make sense.
Yeah.
You know it's bad.
But usually, I mean, it's bad, but usually it's things you get something out of it. Like I would say, I mean, I'm addicted to Diet Coke, but I do love it.
I'm sure I get something out of it in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is the fear of missing out.
Maybe.
But I was shocked at myself how many times I went to go look at it.
To quote a famous movie, an Oscar-winning movie, I can't quit you.
You're Brokeback Biggie.
Oh, I am. This is my Brokeback Mountain.
Do what I did and log out of it and move it to a different page on your where you can't access it.
He won't do it. He said he won't do it.
And,
he can't help you then.
No. I mean, this is my Brokeback Mountain. For them, two married men who enjoyed sex with each other. Okay?
Can't quit you.
They can't quit each other.
Right.
They know they're married. They know it's wrong. They know it's cheating, but they keep going back. And that's how I am with
Faceback
Facebook.
Mountain.
You're Faceback Mountain.
Facebook is my married gay sex.
You're not fishing up there.
What are you doing on Facebook? You out there on Facebook?
You logged in on Saturday.
I can't quit you.
I messaged you.
This message showed up as read.
You're DMing somebody.
Well, because I know it. Like I said, I know it's wrong.
Knows it's wrong.
I went from Facebook to Instagram, knowing both were down.
Maybe this time it'll be different.
Yeah.
It's right. I heard something on Saturday that was so surprising to me. I was at that pickleball tournament talking with a guy who was I wouldn't say he's in his mid to late 20s. And we were just chatting between games because he knew somebody that used to work here at the radio station. And he said, do you know so-and-so? And I said, yes. And he said, what's he up to now? And I said, I don't know. He's left, and I have no idea. I haven't kept up with him. And then I said, do you not follow him on Facebook or anything? He goes, oh, God, no. I'm not on social media at all. I hate it. And I thought,
at all?
Yeah, and I was surprised. He goes, I don't look at that junk. Because he was in his 20s, and I thought, man, and that never happens when somebody's not on there like that.
See the headquarters sign yesterday for Facebook where they have their big headquarters sign? There's a banner on it. It's a Spirit Halloween now.
It's
a Spirit Halloween. This banner kind of draped across it.
I was like, wow, they move quick.
Temporary store.
Yeah, they move quick.
I guess they do. Here's something. Now, this is from social media as well. TikTok, which seems to be fast becoming one of the most popular ones. I thought of you when I saw this for whatever reason, Dave, because we've talked about these things before. There is a woman who used to work for Disney, and she was a princess. She was Tinkerbell in the Magic Kingdom park.
There's full-size Tinkerbells walking around?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There are Tinkerbells.
Neither.
Is she considered a princess?
They all get kind of...
She's a pixie.
They all get slung into one big pool.
Yeah, the word Disney princess is kind of all-encompassing now, it seems.
Tinkerbell, Cinderella is out everywhere. And she was talking about, this woman who is Tinkerbell was talking about the things that would happen to her when she was out on location in the park. And she said quite often married men with their kids would try to slip their hotel keys into her hand. This is her talking about.
This is a unique question because I feel like if dudes are going to be creeps and hit on you, they're going to hit on you whether or not you're a character or not. But there were many moments, especially as Tinkerbell, when I had married men, hand me keys to their hotel room and tell me where they were staying.
So they say I'm over.
Polynesian.
1218.
Can you fly up to room 809? I can't open the door.
Yeah.
She said their wives would be right there with the kids, and they're hitting on
I hate my life.
It's Fantasyland, man. Kids got what they want. Mama got what she want.
Yeah. What about
What does
that?
Daddy get?
What about
Daddy
that?
get?
Yeah, Daddy get a little
A
something?
princess.
That's right.
Please meet me at the tiki bar.
Slipping hotel keys. That's
Great, man.
That's
And
so
what if-
50s.
What
Yeah.
if she does show up at
I
11
mean,
o'clock
really?
at night?
What are you going to do? Your wife's beside you.
Go down to the bar?
What are you
I'm going to go
supposed-
get ice.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? She also said that how would she handle these kinds of advances? And this was interesting to me.
I was always caught really off guard when people would do this. So usually, if I was having an issue, I would divert them to my character attendant because no is not in your vocabulary. You have to find ways around no. Like, Tinkerbell, can you fly for us? Well, Fairy Mary wouldn't like it because then I wouldn't have enough pixie dust to get back to the mainland. Usually, divert the attention to the character attendant and they will take care of the creepy dads for you.
There is a character attendant at every...
That's a tough job.
Yeah.
Did she call her Fairy Mary?
Yeah, Fairy Mary. I guess that's
her handler?
Tinkerbell's
Yeah.
handler.
That's to pull the dads off of her.
Go over and talk to Fairy Mary
Yeah.
over here.
That's not why I'm here, man.
She said that no, they are not allowed to say the word no. You have to come up with a way around that. And come to think of it, when I see princesses or characters in the park, there are always Disney employees walking with them, beside them, to make sure. And that makes
That's
sense.
smart.
Yeah, it is. I mean, so for every character, there's somebody else. There's two or three, like two other people.
So do you think? I mean, what's the question that like kids will say? Will you come see me at my house?
Yeah, and she has
I wonder
to
what
talk
how
around
do they
it.
get around that?
That's a good question. Or like what she just said there, can you fly? Well, Fairy Mary wouldn't like it. I would lose my pixie dust or whatever. I bet there are stock answers for all
I'm
of
sure.
these things. Yeah.
She wouldn't have to say no to the dad, for instance. You could take the key and hand it to his wife and say, your husband just handed this to me. I thought you might want it back.
Oh, I know.
That's not
Your
a
husband
no.
dropped this.
I wonder,
Oh, I'm aware.
Right in my cleavage.
do you think, man, that's a good question. Do you think that they frown on that? Would Fairy Mary have a problem with that?
She didn't say no.
Well, she didn't, but it's like you've now created a problem for people at Disney World. And Disney World is supposed to be just nothing but
Happiness.
happy. So you've now created not you, really the husband. Is
Clearly,
creating-
Dad's not happy.
I mean, Dad's created it, but if you do that, I mean, really, if Dad does that, you have the right to out him, I would say. I can't imagine. And what Dave said is exactly right. What if she shows up there? The wife's going to be there. The wife's always there.
Yeah, she may want to
She's
make
not
a...
in costume.
No,
No, she's going to change.
no. The wife is with you every step of the way. There's no getting away from the wife.
That's your handler.
That's right. That's my handler.
You read this?
She's your Fairy
Well,
Mary.
Fairy Mary. She had an issue yesterday. Now, yesterday, my wife picked up my daughter at school, and the dog always rides with her. The dog, this is my wife's terminology now. She says, she goes where I go. And so she takes her.
Was it hard for your wife to go to the beach for the couples weekend last weekend, Kelly, without the animal?
Oh, she wanted to take the dog. Believe me. And I said,
I'm a little surprised the dog didn't make the
oh,
journey.
I said, we're not. Well, the place doesn't accept pets. And I said, we're not taking that dog. And my wife pointed out, she has every right to go. Look at that face. And, the dog's looking at like, come on. Just
Dog don't care about the beach.
3 days. It's 3 days, So yesterday, my wife was picking up my daughter at school, and my dog is a cockapoo. Very, very, it's a boutique animal.
Where does the animal ride?
Passenger seat.
In the lap? Passenger seat.
Passenger seat.
So the girl has to go to the back.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Isn't that nice? So apparently there's a type of dog called a Cairn Terrier. K-A-I-R-N or C-A-I-R-N, Cairn Terrier.
Is that Toto?
Might be. That may be. I don't know. So my daughter was getting in the car, and a lady who was in another car saw my daughter and the dog. Window was down. My daughter was petting the dog as she was getting into the car, which is an everyday occurrence, apparently. And the woman goes, "Is that a Karen?" And my wife popped up, and the woman goes, "Is that a Karen? It looks like a Karen." And my wife said, "I most certainly am not a Karen."
I only complain when it's fitting.
She brushed her bangs out of her eyes.
What?
So, Karen.
Once again, the name Karen. And my daughter goes, not a Karen.
Rips off her mask, starts recording.
Asks for the principal. Where's the principal?
Who's the line monitor here?
That is not, no, we are not a Karen. And the woman said, a Cairn Terrier.
Karen.
A Cairn Terrier.
Karen.
And my wife had said, oh, no, that's a cockapoo. And the woman said, are you sure it's not a Karen? And my wife's, no, this is a cockapoo. Don't you dare get them confused. And then She sent me a picture of what a.
I'll take private school arguments for $1,000.
She sent me a picture of what a Cairn Terrier actually looks like. And she was actually offended. My wife was, but they look somewhat similar.
Do they?
Yeah, I thought so. And it is a Toto-looking dog. You know,
Yeah, that's Toto.
it's Toto.
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah,
is-
big
Scruffy
time, yeah.
face.
it's a cute dog. You know,
Sure.
it's not an insult to be called a Cairn Terrier.
No.
I don't think.
But your dog is a lighter color.
Yeah, lighter brown and a little bit different face. And she's more poo than caca. We've had that discussion.
You've mentioned it. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. You asked me that right off the bat.
I'm happy for your family.
Thank you. We're happy with her. There's a story today when we've documented my jeans situation. I have to do better. I have to be better. I'm leaving my jeans on Chris Demm's workstation, and it might be a passive aggressive thing. I don't even subconscious thing. I don't know.
Your wife would have a field day with it. She's a woman of science. She has two
is.
degrees in psychology.
She does. She is, and she probably would. Well, nonetheless, there is one woman who is having just as bad a day with her denim as I had with mine, and she is from North Carolina, a 25-year-old woman just named Sam, sharing her story on her Instagram and her TikTok about a scary experience she went through 3 years ago, but she says she just now has the courage to talk about it.
TikTok wasn't a thing.
That's right. Now she has the outlet
Okay.
to talk about it. She was wearing tight, high-waisted jean shorts, and she says she got an 8-hour-long wedgie, which she ignored because she was on a date and didn't want to pick at her jeans to get out of her crack. But later she realized she had a very sore backside and a bump where there was a lot of chafing, and she had to wind up going to the doctor with stabbing pain. She couldn't walk. Eventually, she had to go to the ER and wound up in the ICU with cellulitis and sepsis, and she blames the high-waisted jean shorts for cutting into her so much with that wedgie, and she said that it caused this condition. So bad, doctors thought they might have to surgically remove part of her backside that was infected. It never came to that. The antibiotics eventually worked. But she told her story and said, don't ignore a wedgie for long periods of time.
That's her message.
Because this can happen.
If any of you remember, in 2017, there was a really popular short by 1 teaspoon. So expensive, but I saved up and I bought them half off on Poshmark. I thought they were the coolest shorts ever, and of course, like, my whole ass is out. So what happened is I was wearing boy short underwear, and the material kept clumping up, and I kept picking my wedgies. And at some point I was just like having fun. I didn't really care. So we went to brunch, then we watched New Girl for so long, and then we went to dinner and we went to a comedy show that night. So yes, it was a full day.
Full day of wedgie. And she says because of that, she got cellulitis and was nearly septic.
Jeez.
Is that really possible that caused that so long? And she didn't want to, in front of this new date.
Is this what's causing your backside issues, Kelly?
I'll tell you, it's getting worse, too.
Are you wearing boy shorts?
I'm not going to. That's not. Well, you'll know later today.
Yeah. They'll be draped across my keyboard.
We had a camera in your room.
Listen, let's not turn it on to
Sepsis
me.
is an internal thing. Did she get it from the cell?
She got
I'm not sure about cellulitis. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Well, she got an
Well,
infection.
that's a skin
Yeah.
inflammation,
Yeah,
right?
I've had that on my leg before.
Yeah, but Mr. Biggie's had that.
Yeah.
The skin infection caused sepsis, which is life-threatening. I mean, once they say sepsis,
You don't want the word sep.
No.
ever, ever.
You don't want to be septic. You don't want sepsis.
Right. That's the worst thing you can get. The cellulitis, yeah, is a skin condition. She says it was caused by that long wedgie.
But I guess how long she waited for the cellulitis to be treated
That's a problem,
to
too.
lead to it, because they have to give you some pretty high-powered antibiotics for it.
Mhm, yeah. I don't know, but my PRI, and I've spoken on this at length,
Your painful rectal.
it continues to get worse. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh, and you got to row a boat today.
That's not going to help.
No, I have a benchmark row today. I'm trying to get 200 meters under 30 seconds.
Well, I wonder, because these jeans clearly are very popular, that style of shorts is very popular. Maybe it's the wrong choice of underpant.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Because she mentioned boy shorts.
She did.
I know there's 1,000 types of underpants out there.
I say you go with something tight. She said tight.
Yeah.
You go thong or you go nothing at all.
There you are.
That's risky with a high-waisted pant, though, a high-waisted short.
Absolutely.
She'd make it happen.
That's so
She'll be all right.
That's so true.
Take
Man.
it from me. She'll be all right.
So she made it through, thank God. But she is
Wonder how long
warning
it took her to go to the doctor, like Biggie suggested.
That's the big
That's
one.
the thing.
Because it's an embarrassing area to have
of course.
treated.
Absolutely.
I've been to 2 doctors myself, and I'm getting at the end of the month. I'm getting a full physical for the first time in a while, and I'm going to have
It all
him.
grows up.
I'm going to have him take a look at it as well.
Where are you going to leave your pants?
In your room.
Or your desk, I guess. Wear your pants. Back at work. Don't ever.
Chris Tim's got them.
That came in a gown. Is that not?
You don't have to come pre-naked. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I have been treating this with so many different things, and now I'm just not treating it at all. I've almost given up.
Oh, God, they're going to put you in the stirrups.
They might. Frankly,
You're at least going to have to bend over the table.
Sure.
At this point, I welcome it because I have had so many issues with this backside.
If it'll ease the pain.
If it'll ease the pain, I welcome it because just last night I had such an issue with it.
Of course.
I was up and down all night.
Really?
Yeah, just last night. I mean, it is becoming
It's too, you got too much sweat and stuff going on back there. Is that seems like that's the thing that would irritate it.
It could be
the most.
It could be the sweat. I just am not sure. I've tried so many different things, and many P1s have recommended all these different things, and nothing's really taken off for me yet.